Welcome back to the Daily Mastermind. George Wright III here with your daily dose, and I'm your host today. I'm going to give you a little bit of a break. I have some thoughts and things I want to kind of share with you, but hopefully on a Friday morning you are off to a great start. Maybe you need a little break in your morning, but let's get into it. So yesterday we talked about a bunch of tools to help you 10x your productivity. And today I want to start with the quote of the day. The quote of the day, it's actually my favorite quote. It's actually on my website. It's by Rohn, and the quote is, "Success is not to be pursued, it's to be attracted by the person you become." There's so much story behind that quote. I'd love to get into that another time, but for those of you that know me, you know that is truly something I've learned over time. You know, chasing success, chasing money, chasing those kind of things, you know, you can get a lot of great short-term benefits, but truly success is not to be pursued. It is to be attracted by the person that you become, and you can do this by just becoming more productive, becoming a better person, both in your mind, body, spirit, as well as your talents. And so yesterday we talked a little bit about ways to 10x your productivity. I gave you some of the tools and things that I use on a day-to-day basis, like Evernote and Zoom and YouTube Translator and Fiverr and transcripts and things like that. I did mention real quickly, and I didn't get into details, that for many of our clients I use Repurpose. It's called repurpose.io. That's the website. And they use it for content because if you have any kind of content, whether it's audio, video, that's a program that will help you to format it, automatically post it to social media, automatically post updates, and create RSS feeds for your content. So that's one I encourage you to check out as well. But what I wanted to do today, I really wanted to emphasize more the reason that I was sharing those tools and things with you. The reason I was sharing those tools with you is I want to help you to find more ways to become productive, more ways to become efficient, more ways to become resourceful, because the more you free yourself up, the more you're going to be able to create time to work on you, to work on your strategy, to work on your vision, to work on things that generally, I know for most of you, if you're like me, you haven't had time for. And they're the most important things. They may be the most important but not urgent. So unless you free up your time and free up your ability to be productive, you're not going to be able to have more success in your life, because the most important things you need to focus on are not going to get the attention. So with that said, some of the keys to success that I believe you really need to be able to build around, things that I kind of use as key values, core values for myself, is remind yourself to always focus. Remember, focus is an acronym for focus. Follow one course until successful. So focusing is key. Also, be a solution-oriented person. I think so many times we're by nature trying to identify obstacles or challenges. I think sometimes when we get in that victim mode, or we get stuck or overwhelmed, we look for problems, or we get stopped by problems. Be a solution-oriented person. Be someone that's always going to find a way out. There's always an answer to situations and circumstances if you're looking for solutions, if you're starting from solution rather than starting from the problem and trying to solve problems. Another thing is you've got to get very, very focused on execution. See, a lot of us are not caught up enough in getting things done, moving results, moving the chains down the field, executing. Execution should be your primary goal, not organization, not learning, not strategy. Executing, because you can fail your way forward. You can fail your way into success. And so don't get caught up in what's holding you back. Get executing and creating results, and then along with that, accountability. These are sort of some key values that I want to keep reminding you of. Focusing, solutions, execution, results, accountability. Because you've got to do everything in your life with specific intent. See, many of us, including myself at times, we just are reacting to things that are needed. We're following, things that pop up in our life and our schedule. Stop following the crowd. Stop being driven by opinions and feelings and thoughts and expectations of other people. If you're running your day and you don't have your calendar and schedule and big rocks already put into your day, then you're being reactive. You've got to stop being reactive. So I'm giving you these tools and these ideas and strategies because combined with the right mindset, you're going to be able to drive and be intentional with your actions. Be driven and led by specific intent, by strategy and vision that you need to have. And also at the same token, be led by principles that you believe in. Have all of your actions backed up by principles you believe in. Case in point, the reason I created the Prosperity Pillars poster, which I have one right up on my wall in front of me, is because I always want to be reminded that I'm going to drive my actions by principles, principle-based leadership, principle-based activity. The Prosperity Pillars posters, for those of you that aren't familiar with them, I create my life, I take personal responsibility, I act in spite of my mood, I surround myself with positive people, I focus on solutions, I create an attitude of abundance, I choose to be happy, I always think win-win, I'm committed to lifelong learning, I create daily rituals, I attract success, and I visualize and manifest my life. Those 12 pillars are not just principles that back most of the activity, they're also beliefs, they're also strategies, they're also values. And so what are the core values that are driving your behavior? What are the core principles that are helping you to move forward? We talk about productivity, but we're talking about productivity so that you can become more successful and more focused on the right things. It's funny, we talked maybe a couple of weeks ago about the fact that people that are truly successful, there's this chart of time and money where you can make more money over time, and more time, you get more money for your time. But at some point, you'll make exponentially more money and have more free time. It's an inversion that happens in this whole process that you go through in order to make more money and spend more time. Ultimately, you get more time when you start to make a lot more money. And what I mean by that is, once you have the ability to leverage and be more specific with your actions and not just reactive to everything, you're going to get more success. You're going to be more productive. You're going to be happier. You're going to be more fulfilled. And it's my hope and it's my goal to constantly remind you every single day to live on purpose and be strategic. It's my mission with the Daily Mastermind to help inspire and motivate and educate you to a path of success and excellence in every area of your life. But I want to constantly have you do that for yourself as well. Remind yourself to be specific with your intent. Remind yourself to be kind of purpose and value driven, and find ways to constantly either delegate or eliminate things in your life so that you can become more and more productive with your time. I hope those are some things that have given you some ideas today. I hope you have a great weekend and a phenomenal day, and I appreciate you listening. Do me a favor, share the podcast, like and subscribe it so you don't ever miss out on any episodes, and I'll look forward to talking with you a little bit more this week. Have an amazing day. Once again, this has been the Daily Mastermind, and I'm George Wright. I'm your host.